Hello everyone. Welcome to Karnataka LMS, Namma Shakti, Namma Bhavishya, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. I'm Ranjita BR. I'm presenting the topic, Personality Attributes Influencing Organizational Behavior. This is part 2. In the earlier part, we have seen some of the factors influencing on a personality like authoritarianism, bureaucratic personality, Machiavellianism, then introversion and extroversion, problem-solving styles, achievement orientation, and locus of control. And the remaining factors which are influencing personalities has been discussed in this video. The next one, that is self-esteem. Self-esteem refers to the feeling of like or dislike for oneself. Self-esteem is the degree of respect a person has for himself. This trait varies from person to person as people differ in the degree to which they like or dislike each other. The research on self-esteem offers some interesting insights into organization behavior. So, self-esteem is refers to the feeling of like or dislike for oneself. Or self-esteem is the degree of respect a person has for himself. So what are the few research findings about the self-esteems? So number one, self-esteem is directly related to the expectations for success. High self-esteem people believe that they possess the ability they need to succeed at work. And some individuals with the high self-esteem take more risk in job selection. They're more likely to choose unconventional jobs than people with low self-esteem. The managerial position, the low esteems tend to be concerned with pleasing others and therefore less likely to take unpopular stands than our high esteems. Next one. So high esteems are more satisfied with their job than the low esteems. High self-esteem people are very friendly, affectionate, find it easy to form interpersonal attachment and find good in other people. Low self-esteem people are usually critical of others, are generally depressed, and blame others for their own failures. High esteem people are high performers, while low esteem people contribute to poor performance, which in turn reinforces low self-esteem. So these are with regard to the some research work done on the self-esteem. Next one, self-monitoring. Self-monitoring is a personality trait that measures an individual's ability to adjust his or her behavior to external situational factors. Self-monitoring is a personality trait which has recently received attention. The research on self-monitoring is in infancy, so predictions must be guarded. However, prime evidence suggests the following points with regard to the self-monitoring. Self-monitoring refers to individual's ability to adjust his or her behavior to external factor. Individuals with the high self-monitoring can show considerable adaptability in adjusting their behavior to external situations. Then high self monitors can behave differently in different situations. They're capable of presenting striking contradiction between their public, personal, and private selves. Low self monitor cannot deviate their behavior. They tend to display their true dispositions and attitudes in every situation. Hence, there is high behavioral consistency between who they are and what they do. The high self monitors tend to pay closer attention to the behavior of others and are more capable of conforming than our low self monitors. We can also hypothesize that high self monitors will be more successful in managerial position where individuals are required to play multiple and even contradictory roles. The high self monitor is capable of putting different faces for different audiences. So this is with regard to the self-monitoring. Next one, that is risk-taking. The propensity of people to assume risk or avoid risk varies from person to person, depending upon the willingness of the people to take chances. This human trait will affect the decision-making capability of a manager. This individual personality trait will determine how long will it take a person to take a decision or how much information will be needed before he takes a decision. Some people are very conscious in nature, while the others are impulsive. An impulsive person is a high risk-taking manager. He will make rapid decisions and use less information in making their choices than a very conscious and low risk-taking manager. But the research shows that the decision accuracy is generally the same in both the groups. Then next factor which influence the personality, that is type A and type B personality. People who are impatient, aggressive, and highly competitive are termed as type A personality, but those who are easygoing, laid back, and non-competitive are termed as type B personality. Type A people tend to be very productive as they work very hard. Their negative side is that they are very impatient, good team players, more irritable, and have poor judgment. Type B people do better on complex tasks involving judgment and accuracy rather than speed and hard work. Then the last one, the last factor influencing personality, that is Myers-Briggs type indicator, that is MBTI. The personality theory proposed by Carl Jung identified the way people prefer to perceive their environment. Almost 20 years later, Briggs and Myers developed Myers-Briggs type indicator, a personality test that measured each of the traits in Carl Jung's model. MBTI is in fact one of the most widely used personality tests. It is used by many organizations to select people for a particular position. It measures how people focus their attention, extrovert or introvert, collect information, sensing or intuition, process the same, that is thinking or feeling, and finally direct themselves to the other world, judging or perceiving. MBTI then combines the four classification into 16 personality types. The alphabet E denotes extrovert, I stands for introvert, S for sensing, N for institution, T for thinking, F is feeling, J for judging, and P for perceiving. For example, if we say marketing people tend to be ESTJ, this means that they are extrovert, sensing, thinking, and judging type. MBTI as a test of personality type is so popular that many organizations encourage their employees to reveal their four-letter types so that others in the organization can better understand their personality. So with this, I end this session of knowing the personal factors that influencing the personality. Thank you for watching. Thank you.